I'm proud to be an American because at least I know I'm free. Europeans? Oh, guess I'm enslaved then. One sec, I'm gonna go check if the moon has any other flags on it. Alright, call me when your moon flag pays your hospital bills. Hey everyone, my name is Jake and welcome to Murdered by Words, where we're gonna be looking at words which murder people. There's no actual murder, so please don't demonetize me, but you know, people get roasted. Write a comment? Yeah, enjoy. They saying Prince Philip took the vaccine 2 weeks before he died unexpectedly. Yeah, I'm good on that. Y'all have fun. They're also saying he ate food the day he died unexpectedly. Be careful out there, man. No water, no food, don't even breathe because it could be your last. Imagine moving to Montana and being able to enjoy the scenery, the peace, and the communities. Starting to live a different, more calm way of living. It's great, I'm sure of it. Now imagine living in Montana your whole life, not only taking in, but exploring the deepest lakes, wildest rivers, and longest trails, where the palms of our hands are the roadmaps to our adventure. One day, we watched the houses almost double in price, the city expand rapidly, and our state being taken over, where it's hard for lifelong residents to find housing, let alone affordable housing. If you wonder why you hear Montanans hate Californians, go back home, etc., take a look around you. Wouldn't you be protective over your state if it looked like this? Now, imagine you're a Native American. Oh. Bob says, remember, you don't know the risk. It says experimental on the bottle. That is why if something happens to you, there is no way to go back on the company. So yes, you are a lab rat. Go to CDC and start reading the deaths and the complications. The look at the sick with COVID, the flu. Remember, no flu this year. And Matthew replies to his mum, the deaths and complications from not getting the vaccine totaled 500,000. The deaths from getting the vaccine are really close to zero. Our entire family has their shots and we're all 100% fine. You need to stop hanging around with nutcases and letting them warp your mind like they are. There is no pride in being so easily manipulated. Living in fear of some government hoax that they're coming for our masses using some kind of magic potion makes you sound insane. If you don't know the difference between coronavirus and the flu, that's okay. There's no shame in being uneducated on a matter. Where the shame comes into play is where you have no idea what you're talking about, but present yourself as some sort of expert. You're actively discouraging people from getting their vaccines, and that's disgusting and deplorable. If you don't want a shot, that's fine. Don't get one and leave it at that. However, people are actually dying from this disease, and this vaccine can prevent much of that, even if a handful of people throw some clots. Please stop your absolutely insane rhetoric against this vaccine. More than sounding insane, you just sound dumb. You're telling people to go read about deaths and complication. When's the last time you read anything indicating that? And I don't mean on OAN or Newsmax or from Aunt Madge telling you some dumb thing. Pull your head out of your rear end. We're trying to save the world here. Don't get your shots if you don't want to. Sit in the corner with a dumb smile on your face, knowing you're smarter than everyone else. But stop embarrassing yourself and your family by commenting on these news stories, and consider who's saying this to you. Me. I'm supposed to be the family embarrassment, not you. Bro, imagine getting destroyed by your son like that. We are not all equal. I worked very hard my entire life to get what I have. Most of the people I know have too. I deserve where I am in life. I will not give up what I have earned so that someone who has not can feel equal, nor will I assume their debt. I have had to pay my debt. I insist everyone else be held to that same standard. Hey, Dad, aren't you in child support debt? oh no. Every single time I see like a parent just getting abused by their child on Facebook, I just thank myself that my parents don't post anything to social media, because it would just be embarrassing. Like, you don't want that, why? This person's selling their iPad. Question, how long have you owned this machine? Thanks. Less than 2 weeks. Okay. I want to bid on this iPad, but you sound dodge. Oh, and you sound like someone I wouldn't want to be stuck in a broken elevator with. Really appreciate your incredibly valuable opinion, though. Oh, we got another one. Your iPad sounds Dodge. Yeah, you literally said a minute ago that you want to bid on it. Good job. And so, you dumping this machine because it's Dodge? Alright, so here's the thing. Either I am totally clean and I tell you it's not Dodge, or I am lying and I tell you it's not Dodge. What information were you hoping to gain from this? I'm just gonna go out on a limb and assume you weren't burdened with an overabundance of education. Spotted in the comment section of a post showing a threat-themed toothpaste cap. Oh, okay. Another useless piece of tat. Why are people into this kind of thing? Well, it's the same reason your husband said I do. People are into different things, even if others think that's a bit tatty. Maybe you should accept that you're a product of the multicultural experiment inflicted on the British people without their consent. And maybe you should accept that we are here because the British colonized a quarter of the planet, often without consent. Is it just me that likes the idea of like a multicultural world? Like you can go and live wherever you want and there will be people from all over the world there speaking different languages and being able to speak every language. I want to be able to speak every single language because that like opens up everything, right? But everyone's like, no, I want my British ways, or I want my American ways, or my French way. Like, why? Who cares? Oh, it's Ben Shapiro at the Home Depot. I don't know what he's doing, but I've bought a lot of wood in my day. I have never had a cashier at any hardware store or lumberyard put a board in a bag, ever. Oh, yeah, okay. What's worse is most have self-checkout now, so I'm assuming he bagged his own wood. Is it awful that I just thought maybe if his dad had bagged his wood, we wouldn't have to deal with him? Conor McGregor says, hey guys, I'm thinking about buying Manchester United. What do you think? And then this guy replies, do you know that the current market price of Manchester United is a bit over $2.5 billion? And your estimated net worth is between 50 and 120 million. Could it be that you forgot to add the word Jersey after Manchester United in your tweets? It's just a joke about the Super League, right? I don't really know what's happening with that, but yeah. Found an angry note on my car today. I replied, this is a public car park. You have taken parking spaces for 2 weeks. This is not fair on the residents whom rely on this car park. The council have been informed. Alright, to the writer of this note. Firstly, I would like to thank you for the vigor with which you are defending residents' right to park in this public car park. I have not taken parking spaces for 2 weeks, as you claim, but actually 2 years with this vehicle and 6 years if we're including my previous vehicle. I agree that it is annoying when there aren't any spaces left in this car park. However, that is the nature of a public car park, and it's something we all have to live with. For at least 3 nights last week, I had to park on the blank. While I appreciate your opinion, I will be continuing to use this car park where the spaces permit for the foreseeable future. I would have thought that my house being 200 feet away from this car park qualified me as a resident. If you'd like to discuss this in more detail, I would welcome the opportunity to hear what the council's response was to being informed that a car has been parked in a public car park. Resident of blank. Sounds like r/whoosh. Nothing against autists that can't read sarcasm, but they shouldn't post it in this or similar subs if they keep getting it wrong. Perhaps you shouldn't use sarcasm in written form, since the way most people pick up on sarcasm is by the way it's said, something that is rather hard to do when written. Perhaps if you knew the person, it might be more easy to notice a sarcastic comment, but you are on an anonymous social media platform where I have seen people who are much dumber than I thought could ever be realistic. And yet, you think that those people who, very understandably, might not pick up on sarcasm when they read it are autists. Not only insulting those people, but insulting people who have any form of autism. You're a really cool guy. Sarcasm. A review of Balin Wonderwald. Balin Wonderwall will leave you with a sense of wonder. A nagging sort of wonder. The kind of wonder that makes you wonder. Wonder how a game could so masterfully miss literally every opportunity to treat its players with a modicum of respect. Wonder how a very well-known publisher could stomach having it in their library. Wonder what in the world happened with the Switch version. Wonder where your $60 went. That's a great review. CNN's Don Lemon says, justice has been served. Ben Shapiro has to remark with, and we all know he would never have said this had the reverse verdict been reached. Yeah, that's because, Ben, if it was the reverse verdict, justice wouldn't have been served. Amazing observation! You can just imagine Ben Shapiro as like a 6-year-old and his mum goes, Ben, dinner's ready. And he's like, wow, you wouldn't have said that if dinner wasn't ready, would you? Checkmate, checkmate. Hey, your church stole millions in PPE loans. How are you still part of a group that steals from the poor and protects child molesters? How do you square that with your faith in the Bible? Bishop Barron says, that's simply not true. Whoa, 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 thou shalt not lie. And for context, apparently, like, the Catholic Church got at least 1.4 billion in PPE loans, and yeah, they took it. NASA Perseverance? Nah, waste of money. Yes, your education was. You should go and give a refund to whatever city you graduated in. When you realize nerds are the only reason you're here. Haha. Wait, how are nerds the only reason I'm here? Oh, did you forget who made your phone or computer you were typing with? Oh, to be fair, I thought he meant, you know, he was born via nerds, but no, he meant the computer, yeah. But like, being a nerd nowadays is literally cool. Like, back in 2000, 2005, it was like, oh, you're a nerd. But now it's like, oh, the nerds are rich. Everyone likes the nerd. Daily Mail Australia says the Christchurch mosque shooter was badly picked on as a child because he was chubby, so he turned to violent video games, sparking a downward spiral. That is the most BS headline I've ever heard. And raise your hand if someone called you fat and you never turned to white supremacy and murdered 50 people over it. Wow, almost as if everyone that's normal. Hi Blank, I know you're busy with teaching and your family, but I'm wondering if you'd have any interest in hearing about my business. I have to ask. I'm committed to sharing it with others, especially my fellow mummies, and I know that busy people are successful people. Is there any chance you'd be open to chatting about it to see if it might be a good fit for you? Oh, I win! Wait, you will? No, I win! Wait, what do you win? Well, when you added me as a friend, my husband and I made a bet of how long it would be before you tried to push your MLM on me in a private message. He bet 1 to 5 messages, and I bet 6 to 10. Since you brought it up on the 6th message, I'm the winner! No MLM seller friend has ever waited longer than 10 messages to bring up their amazing business. But be proud of yourself that you at least pretended to be my friend for a few messages before bringing it up. Yay for you. And maybe you can click another video to pretend you like the videos before you subscribe. Or just actually like them, you know? That would be good too. And leave a like, and click, and subscribe. Thanks.